Hey there, this is Malorian, and this video here is going to be kind of a special video out to all my viewers, subscribers, just something that I really was going to say for when I hit the 3,000 mark. I'm really close now for subscribers, but I really think that now I got some changes, and I just figure out now is the time to make the big announcement. So first of all, I think before I get the announcement, there's a lot of people that don't really understand how I kind of work, because there's other guys that, yeah, they do their thing, they live there, they go to their family, they go to work, then after they go to the gaming night, they send out the stuff, do the battle report, but it's a little bit different for me. Now, up here in Canada, it's a big place. Uh, I'm in the province Alberta, and for you guys that are off in Europe, you can fit two Germanys in the size of Alberta, and that's just one of the provinces. So it really is a big place. And what I'm trying to get at with this is that my family and where I was born and where all the rest of my family is Edmonton, Alberta, which is in the middle of the province. Now, I'm a science guy. I work in the lab, and so of course where the money is I work way up in Fort McMurray. Now, that means that Fort McMurray, first of all, on the plant site, is 5 hours north of Edmonton. So every single week on Friday night, on Friday night, I get to drive back down to Edmonton. So 5 hours of driving. I get to spend the weekend with my family, and then Sunday evening, 5 hours back up to Fort McMurray. And so Edmonton's an okay sized city, 1 million people. We got a good number of gamers there. But up here in Fort McMurray, it's a lot smaller, a lot limited. So as far as getting games in, it's always been kind of a challenge ever since I came up here. And I used to be on a shift that had me more in Edmonton, but now I'm only back in Edmonton for 2 days, which has been making this, running this channel and putting out quality reports getting harder and harder. I mean, tournaments are always awesome, but yeah, not always possible. I mean, just doing things like this Bretonian campaign, I mean, just trying to fit these in every single week to keep up with the other guys, it's tough, especially where this month here in June, my wife wanted a no hobby month because, like I said, I'm only back there with my wife and 2 kids for 2 days, and during that time, if I take an evening out or something to go and play a game or something, well, that's an evening away from my wife and kids when it's already so limited. So it really is taxing. I mean, just think of July alone. I have 2-day tournaments in July, right? And if that was somebody else, they'd be like, yeah, well, yeah, that's wicked. Well, keep in mind that means that out of the whole month, I'll be with my family for 4 days. So it is pretty brutal. Now, I've been trying to find ways, obviously, to get back to Edmonton. The way the economy is here, it's just not really possible. If I want to go and try and work at a lab that's away from the oil, I'm making minimum wage type stuff, right? I might as well be working at McDonald's or something. So it is pretty, it is what it is. Let's leave it at that. So one of the things I've had kind of in my mind, and I've shared this with One Spitten and Anthony, and they don't know if this will work or not. This has really never been tried before, but I have this big idea of something that could be done. And what this is, I've talked to you guys before, I've kind of hinted at the idea of Malorian Daily. Now, the idea of Malorian Daily is, I mean, I know that out of all my videos I put out, the most popular thing is the battle reports. That's what people want to see. And so apart from doing the stuff now with like the Bretonians where I'm forced to use my army that's not done yet, I'm really trying to move to only using painted models and doing stuff like that. And I really want to try and put out the high quality battle reports. Now the question is wouldn't it be awesome if you could get a Malorian battle report every single day? And of course we're like, yeah, that'd be wicked. Now, one of the things here I'm hoping to do then is make a separate website called Malorian Daily, and from there you could go on and every single day would be a brand new Games Workshop battle report. I'm going to try focusing it on fantasy, but for the 40K stuff, it's probably going to be stuck in there as well, but mainly focusing on fantasy. Now, obviously the thing here too is that I'll be now running this as a second business, and the idea is that to have access to this site, it'd be $10 a month. Now, one of the things I want to quickly go and play devil's advocate is, I mean, you probably sound like, well, on YouTube, I can get my videos for free. But the thing is that you don't know how long you're going to wait for videos, right? There's some guys out there that are just absolutely amazing. But you gotta wait, only one battle report per week, or some of the guys even less frequent. This is going to be guaranteed every single day. And really, when you look at it, like 30 days in a month type thing, $10. I mean, people are buying the White Dwarf sometimes for these battle reports, and it's one crappy report. This is $10, 10 Canadian dollars to get a new battle report every single day. And I mean, it's not going to be, to me, it's kind of like a dream because, like, yeah, I could be doing Warhammer. I'll be back with my family doing a battle report. It'll also be a lot of work because I got to find, like a good game every single day and make a good battle report every single day in order to live up to this. And this is, when you think of that, it's like, oh yeah, I mean, it might be easy. No, it's going to be a lot of work to try and arrange something like this. So it would be a big deal. It's also really risky because whereas right now in the oil company, I make a good amount of money and that's awesome, right? Pension is great, but I'm basically, look around here. This is my Fort McMurray jail cell where I sit here 5 days of the week waiting for my life to restart on the weekend type thing, right? So it's a way to get back. Now, what I'd hoped to do was to do this through Kickstarter. Do it through there, $10 going per person. If I could get to 500 people that want to back me, then I can economically make it viable with my family, supporting them in the house and stuff. That would be like the pass point. So that was the idea. Unfortunately, here in Canada, we don't have Kickstarter. What we do have is Indiegogo. So I started taking a look at that. The problem with that, though, is that I can do it as a fixed thing, and so that if it doesn't go through, just like Kickstarter, you get all your money back, but whether it passes or not, I get charged 9%. And so I started something, and I don't know if it's actually saying, because I didn't go all the way through, but I haven't started and looking at things. But at this point, I just want to kind of look at you guys and touch base, because before I put this thing out and have to look at charges and things, I want to get a feelers out for what you guys feel, right? Like, would you go for that? If there was a Malorian Daily and it was $10 a month, was that something you'd be interested in if it was a good quality battle report every single day? Like I said, this is out there. Nobody is doing anything like this right now. I mean, some people have their own channels and stuff where they're doing, like painting tutorials and stuff like this, but this is a Games Workshop one, and I can't stress that. It's like every single day, guaranteed. So anyway, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I've been working on a lot of other details on how I'm going to be making this work and all this. The benefit, if you were to be one of the people that did it through this Indiegogo, just like you get perks through Kickstarter, is that whereas it's $10 per month, if you're one of the people that put in that $10 for the idea, then you'd be getting that would cover the first 2 months. So basically, you're getting an extra month for free. And yeah, I mean, please comment below. Tell me if you think it's worth it or not. Another thing you guys are probably thinking about is like, well, would you just be ditching your YouTube account? And the answer to that is no. In fact, we'd be making the YouTube account better because whereas I'd be updating Malorian Daily every single day on the YouTube account, at least once a week, I'd be taking one of those reports and putting it into YouTube, so it's still getting at least the once per week. You're still getting the org tactical teams. You'd still be getting the other coverages and stuff. It's just for those who want the battle report every single day. That's now on a separate channel. So like I said, please comment below because really I'd probably just say like over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be deciding whether I'm going to be going with this Indiegogo thing or not, and I just need to know where we're standing. So please leave a comment, and yeah, could be very interesting in the future. Okay, bye.